Oh, darlings, just hit like, subscribe, and do the little notification thing. You need to know what's happening at all times. It's fantastic. One time I wasn't alerted, and my husband came home. It was quite unfortunate. Normally I'm alerted, like a life alert, but not this time. It was awful. It was just awful. So make sure you're notified so you can never miss a moment. Okay, toodles, goodbye.
Oh, man.
Guys,
Oh my God,
we have her.
Paige Strafella is here.
It's me.
Oh my God.
Listen, what an honor.
Thanks for inviting me.
Listen, I don't know if you watched like the last episode, but I was in the back at Vix when you came to see me, and I was like, guys, Paige Strafella is here. Like, I kid you not. I kid you not. I was like, listen, I've been drunk with her many a time, but
Many
like,
times.
it's like, and I was like telling my boss, I was like, Scott, but you don't get it, man. Like, and then like, that's when Chef B was like, should I bring out the extra raviolis? And I was like,
yes, absolutely.
Do that again. Do it every time.
Every time. But Paige, you're here for a very special episode.
I know. I'm so excited.
So listen, so this is Vegas Madness, and we love you, and we know that you are probably like the hardest working entertainer in town. Like you really, like, you're in everything.
You're always there.
Like you're subbing for everyone.
True.
Like literally, like somebody's like, you're going to rehearsals after. Like somebody's like, hey, I need a sub. You're like, done.
I'm right. I'm
there.
Like,
okay, I got another gig later, but I got you. I'm there.
Absolutely.
Like,
And you nail it every single time. It's always so like, you say you don't know what you're doing. No, you know, she knows what she's doing. It's
I love
obvious.
seeing you dressed as Brittany going over to Silver Sevens.
Yes.
I know. Justin's like, you're going somewhere. Like, why don't you bring clothes? And I'm like, I don't think that far ahead. I'm just like, sure, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And
We'll
I'm
just do
Brittany. It's just what happens.
Listen, so this is a very special Vegas Madness episode because with every winning team, there's an MVP.
There is an MVP.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What? Nothing. I just
I
thought I was getting ready to announce somebody.
No.
Hey, look, I won, guys.
You are this year
You are
Vegas
this
Madness
year's Vegas Madness MVP.
We love you. You've supported the show for like as long as we can remember.
You've been on the show more than anyone else.
Yes, you saved me during my maternity leave.
But I loved it. And I love babies. So is there a baby here?
No. But so thank you so much. It's amazing. We love you. Your support is so amazing. And it's just been awesome.
We couldn't like not do it. Like,
Guys, I'm
like,
so honored.
and
You did that thing where you were like, maybe she should be our person of the year. And I was like, you guys, I'm in the bathtub watching this show. It might be Reality Check Vegas' person of the year.
And you are.
I am so excited for this. I love this so much. Thank you. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm just here to drink cocktails.
It's true. We told her just to come and
About
drink
life.
cocktails.
Yeah.
And we were just going to shoot the shit. And she was like, okay, I need to be on Reality Check 2.0. Duh.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been on one. So,
Yeah.
And 2.0, this is my first time.
So here we go. Yeah. And obviously, you are our first like Vegas entertainer on our show, too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Man, yeah.
It only seems fitting.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, there were
that's
so many things, and it was funny because I had this conversation with Brandon. He's known. And he's known for a minute.
He's told me nothing.
And then I was also in the back at Vix going, Scott, we're about to give Paige an award, and she came in to see me. How do I keep that shit from her?
I did. So
Like-
you were so cool though. Like you were cool. I would have had no idea. I mean, I threw some other stuff at you, so like there was some stuff, you know. So.
Well, she even said she was like, it was so hard not to tell her. I was like, well, I'm glad you did it.
Me too. We just took the extra raviolis and went with them.
We could not give our MVP extra ravioli.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm glad that your staff went along with that.
It's so funny.
But thank you so much. I mean, it's always fun to see you perform too and like come out and say hi and like,
I
it's just
appreciate
fun.
you guys so much.
Yeah.
Like I really do. And come to any Monday Start because it's always
Well,
a
that's
great
another
time.
thing too. Is like there are times where like certain Mondays Dark things or certain like even like Reckless or whatever. Like before I even have a chance to like get tickets, Paige is like, "Do you get your tickets? I got you already. You already on the list.
You
You gotta
wanna
go.
come?
You good?"
You're gonna-
Like
I do
like
wanna
on
come.
that shit. Like it was so funny because I was like, because Callie and I were talking about going to the Monday's Dark Anniversary anyway, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get tickets. And then like literally like right before like you texted me like it was like the middle of the night or like probably I was leaving your house and we had a whole conversation about it and I was like, hey, when I get home I'm just gonna get tickets, whatever. And then Paige is like, by the way, did you get your tickets? And I was like, not yet. And you're like, good, I got you.
I mean, they might not be great.
we saw it.
had a great time. I got to steal all the lights because there was like kind of empty seats at the top. So I was able to steal those lights for the Vegas baby, and like he had a blast. He had so much fun.
You just like make it what it is, and I'm sure you were with like really fun.
We were hanging out with Ryan Puskarich all night.
I love him. He's so
that was
good.
fun.
Yeah, it was a good time, and like I don't know, it's every time I see you perform, I just get happy. It just makes me happy.
Yeah.
Cute.
It's always
I love you guys.
no, because every time Reckless was happening, it was like, wanna go? Yep.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm in. Cool. All right.
Anytime.
Like every time. Like
But yeah, so thank you so much.
Yes.
Love you.
So
I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
We all do. Like you're very supportive of the entertainment community, and that's all we need. Like support from our friends who also are, reality check
Creative.
Las Vegas and creative. Like we love that.
we're awesome like that.
Yeah. So Reckless has a show on the 20th of this month.
Ooh.
I'm sure you're working, but
Is it a
just so
Friday?
you know ahead of time. It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday.
Well, Elizabeth, we are planning on going to see Elizabeth.
Yeah.
For sure. Like that's June 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was so funny because we were talking about her on the show, and then she texted me and she's like, "Okay, well,
She's so great.
Oh, yeah.
We love when she's in town. Like we'll try to connect, and she's like, "I'm in town. I could do a Monday's Dark," and I'm like, "Well, dark this one.
What about this one?
And she's like, "I'm gone already." She's the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, and like I don't know, I would love to see both of you guys perform together. That would be incredible.
Well, we'll both
You'll
be
be on
on
stage
that.
for Reckless.
Yeah. We'll be on.
So
that.
I cannot
Yeah.
wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So you're everywhere. How? Because how long have you been in Vegas? Let's like do like a real like breakdown of Paige because like
God.
I don't think we've ever really done this.
I am from Vegas.
Oh.
I have been performing professionally since before I was 21 years old, but
Oh,
the casinos didn't know.
Listen,
There's
That's
plenty
all
of
right.
people I know that
Yeah.
were partying at the casinos.
Yes,
before they
no,
were 21.
I have been working, like, I think the MGM was my first gig. I did a band called Venus.
okay.
I was there. I have been here doing theater and shows like my entire life. So it's just I love the Vegas community.
Yeah.
I have so many friends that are in New York, which was my dream, but I was a mom as a teen, so like I didn't make it there. I mean, I visited several times, but that was my dream. And so many of my New York friends have now moved here. And so many of my LA friends have now moved here.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we have a community
growing.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
you can work.
Yeah.
You can work. And so that's kind of why I've never left.
I always say, like, I always tell people, like, if you really know how to do Vegas, or like, if you could, it goes back to that silly little, like, if you can dream it, you could do it.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you do Vegas right, like, right now, like, I'm getting to do everything I've ever wanted to do because I said that I was going to do it. And,
Yeah.
like, this town allows it. But if you just don't, like, if you don't even try, then it's not going to work for you. Like, the town will work with you. And it's weird. It's like,
Well, and I
it's
think
a very small community.
yeah,
It is.
and it's like you just get kind of give it love. I've noticed for me, this show's a great reason for me to get out of the house. You know, like, but I have so much
Yeah, we get
fun.
hooked up at Oak and Ivy.
Like,
Love that.
yeah. So I mean, we just show it's, and we've said this over and over for Vegas Madness, but like, we showed love, and I feel like it's definitely coming back, and that's how this little clique works. Absolutely.
That's definitely how it works. Like you guys love people, people love you. And I feel like our whole entertainment community is like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you get some that aren't great, but like for the most part, everybody is so wonderful.
You know what I think has been really funny over the last few weeks since we started Vegas Madness, like the new one. I've had like, I'll be out with Brandon, but like some people will come up to me and be like, Jessica, nice to finally meet you. And I'm like, who do I know you? And then I'm like, wait, are you friends with Paige? Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear, because they're like, you look familiar. And I'm like, are you friends with Paige?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that thing that she just posted about reality, that's me.
That's me.
She's like, and like, I think like I met like Yesenia, so I'm gonna like,
oh
yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
I sub for her. She subs for me. It's
Oh,
perfect. It's like, it's such a
so
good
I
community.
met her, and she like came up to me and was like, oh my God, it's so nice to finally meet you. And I'm like,
You're like,
I don't know. Wait,
I've
are you
never
friends with
met
Paige?
you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she posted like the reality check thing. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Okay,
Yeah, that's me. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's where everybody's seeing me. Like,
Yeah.
on like,
Funny.
like literally for like the last few weeks, it's been like that.
I love that.
Are you friends with Paige?
I mean, it's, and absolutely you are. Absolutely.
So what was it like performing in Vegas 21, not 21? Like, how did you kind of get away with it? Because I feel like that's wild. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories of it, but like, did they just not check? Really?
I think I did. I only got carded if I was like sitting at a machine on my break because they thought I was a prostitute. They thought I was a sex worker. But
To see a pretty girl by herself sitting at a machine.
exactly.
That's very
and
sus.
also like I was doing gigs where I was wearing like full wig and costume, so I would come out from the gig and I wasn't sitting to play or
Mhm.
anything or sitting at the bar to drink. I was just sitting to like have somewhere to sit.
Yeah.
And I'm like in braids because that's what I would wear under my wigs. You know, I still do. And then I'm just wearing like jeans and a tank top. And they're like, hi. And I'm like, hi. Do you have some ID? And I'm like, oh, I'm not playing.
I'm realizing
and
that's
that
why
happened
they
for,
like one time they stopped me at the link. Like I was sitting at the link. I got off work at Chayo. I had my Chayo uniform on, but like I got like a jacket or something over it, or like a zip up jacket or something. And I'm like sitting there and waiting for someone else to get off work so we could go party.
Yeah.
And like they like the security was like, do you have your ID? And I'm like, why would you ask me that?
I know. I was so confused by
Yeah.
that. For probably like 10 years, I was really confused as to why
You
they were
didn't know. And then you're like,
asking me that.
oh.
But when I was younger, it was through like other people.
Friends.
Like I wasn't getting the paycheck or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, gotcha.
So-
Like you were like subbing in, kind of like.
No,
she
like
just,
whoever
like-
owned the band.
Oh,
So
I
would,
see.
like, come in the back door, and I never like hung out or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just did my gigs, and then I left.
Gotcha. So it was just like.
But it was like later, probably for at least a decade or more, and then some venues more than others. The Tropicana, the Excalibur.
Oh.
I think there were a lot of like working girls there.
Yeah.
So if I was hanging out at the Rio, if I was hanging out on my break,
Mhm.
they'd be like, "Do you have ID?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm not playing, but sure. And then come to find out, they were checking to see if I was working. Sometimes
Wow.
they'd be like, "Are you working?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, guys, they'd be like, "Are you working?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm working." 100%. And I'm like, "I'm working. I just, I'm on my break."
I just sang a song.
I'm on my
I'm
on my break from
And they're
banging
like,
12
"But
dudes
are
at
you-"
once.
But are you working? And I'm like, yeah, I'm working. Like I did not get it for a
That's-
very long time.
That's pretty funny.
which I think is really funny.
Well, also, it's like you're working in Sin City, and listen, I was that naive at that time. I wouldn't have known.
Oh.
I grew up.
I mean, I
Born
was
and raised here,
30
too.
being like, yeah, I'm working.
Oh, like I don't know.
I'm working. Absolutely, I am. Why are you carding me?
Yeah, like you want to get to know my name?
Absolutely.
You want to
Listen,
get
if
to
you just
know
wanted
me?
my phone number, you should have just
Yes.
asked.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say no, probably.
That's funny.
But you never know.
And-
Sometimes I feel guilted into it.
What were some of like the fun things in Vegas that you absolutely miss? Like performing wise, or just like even venues, or if there's like bands that you're like, oh, that fizzled out, or
Well, I was in 2 house bands at the Tropicana. So the closing of the Trop was really hard for me.
Did you go to like the thing at noon?
No, I was actually supposed to be there when you were there,
Oh.
and then I was told like, no bars are open. Like
Bullshit.
nobody's
The
going over
chill
there.
bar was open.
And so I
Everyone was
like,
there.
I was like, I'm not gonna go. Like, we got invited to a suite, and I was
Yeah,
like,
we-
only 30 people can. Oh, like I'm just gonna go home, and then come to find out,
everyone and their sisters there.
FOMO. Like,
Instant, me too. Same.
yeah, I'm like, oh, I didn't go. Like, I just didn't want 100 people to show up and not be able to go. So the Tropicana, I did a bunch of stuff. I did a few house gigs there. Hooters Hotel, I had a house gig there
Man,
for a
Hooters
while.
Hotel was cool when the pool was open to the public. That's where I
Yeah.
spent like the first pool I like went to in town. Like I
Same.
partied there so much.
Yeah.
And then like Mark was like, they should get rid of Excalibur. I'm like, Excalibur, Oyo's gonna go next.
Yeah.
No, I've done a bunch of stuff at Excalibur. Hooters, there was a place called the Martini Bar. It was like the cool, like it was
Yeah.
very swanky. So I had
Yeah.
a gig there.
Because I remember walking past it. See, I have very weird memories of Vegas of when I was a kid, and it's like the Diablo's like devil lady that used
Oh,
to be in
yeah.
the 90s. Like,
Mhm.
oh my god, I thought she was so beautiful.
Yes,
And then also like, but yeah, like the swanky places. I'd always be like, I want to go there
Bar
and I
was
grow up.
Great.
Yeah.
And then of course Tony and Tina's, like Tony and
Oh, but that was it. That was at Bally's. Yeah, I worked right
Yeah.
next door.
Yes.
Yeah, at the Indigo
I
Lounge.
used to see
But, like,
Jess there all the
Yeah.
time.
But like
when we
Indigo
went to
Lounge, but that Indigo Lounge, man, like was I don't want to say back in its heyday because
Right.
it wasn't that long ago, but man, pre-COVID, man, that's like
It was
Crown
the
Avenue, and like I
place.
saw Paige, like that's how like like Jump Interactive got was like doing
Mhm.
their thing, and then I got to like do
She used to come sit in with us.
Extreme
and-
Live,
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
Extreme
yeah.
Live.
At the link.
But it's like, and they had that gorgeous stage, but like behind the bar, and it was just so like
Yeah.
it was so cool.
It was really great.
But now they're like, okay, we just want everybody to gamble. So like, there's so many like changes that aren't necessarily
Yeah.
like great.
No, and there are like 3 million more things like that. But those are just like the ones to me that are like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, because you also perform on Fremont.
I do.
So, also, I feel like there was a huge change in that after COVID too, with all the bands and everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels very
I mean,
different.
like
but
Alter Ego's
like,
still there, and you have Alter
Yeah.
Ego, and then you have Tony Marquez and like 90 Station.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like your stage the best. The one by
The
Circa.
Main Street.
Yeah, I like that.
We
one, 'cause
like
it's
that
just
stage
nice to
because it's like
watch.
right next to Whiskey Liquor Up, and you can just
Yeah.
go drink at Whiskey Liquor Up, like on the rail, and watch down and eat and drink. And
Yeah,
not have
that's
to...
the First Street stage. We're not there that much anymore. We're
Oh.
normally on Main.
I like that one though too.
It's the one that doesn't have any seating, so
Yeah.
that's a little bit
Mm.
harder. But
Yeah.
that's where we are every weekend. We do third and first sometimes, like if we're filling in on other days. But
okay.
but we're at Main every weekend.
And what
Yeah.
are like? Let's promote that. So
Yeah.
okay, so what's the times? All the fun stuff.
So we are always on Saturdays from 8 to 11 on Main Street stage. We pick up a bunch of other dates too, but that's like our regular. So 90 Station is always there. So there's the barbecue place.
Mhm.
We're by the Golden Gate
Yeah.
and Circa Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I like it's also kind of by Sand Dollar. It's right there
I know.
because I passed you to get to Corey Feldman.
She texts me. She goes, "I saw Paige."
I did, and we were kind of running late, so I was like, oh, shit. Like, but yeah, no, I mean, you and Justin have so much fun.
We do.
I feel like you guys are like partners in crime.
We are stage married.
Yeah,
We have been for like a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very in love. We met in Tony and Tina's, and
Oh.
it was funny because he played a character that we were like best friends, and so
Yeah.
when I was like, I want you to join my band, and he was like, okay, and he thought we were just improving, and I'm like, no, really,
No,
I
I want
want
you to join
I
my
want you to be
band.
in my band.
I was like, oh, okay,
And
yeah.
that's how he ended up meeting John and Sonia. Yeah,
Oh,
He
that's
sent me
so
the
cool.
funniest picture the other day. So he was doing Empire Records,
yeah.
and Brandon went, and I was stuck at work, and I was like, "Oh my god, tell Justin I said hi." And then then I text Justin like later, and I was like, "Bro, miss you," and he sends me this, and I think he deleted it because I went back to like show it to Brandon, and like it was gone. I
It was
like,
one of those
"Damn."
things. If he sent it on like a messenger,
No, it was on
it goes
text.
away. Oh,
I think you can
He,
get rid of
like,
text. You can get rid of
texted
it.
me.
he was like, never mind.
He's
This
like-
is not a photo I want.
Yeah.
This is gonna go
But I should've
online.
taken it 'cause
No,
that shit was a photo I wanted. Like it was just like it was like
That's
I
cute.
know. He's my bestie.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
And how? So you guys been performing for a long time, and I don't know. There's so much fun on stage. I cannot like stress it enough. You guys like you just have a jive. I mean, you're a
do.
happy married couple on
We
stage.
are. We're
Like,
very happy.
You're not getting divorced. Like, not at all.
We're very in love.
Like, gotta keep it that way. But I feel like you and Golden Pipes also have like a
Dude,
really
we
special
like
connection.
love your sass. Like it just like during Monday's
he just
Dark.
plays off of you like so well.
He is awesome. So Jason Allen was my first Monday's Dark partner, and I love him to the moon. My mentor, like he's so great to me. And then when it came time for him to, be gone, Golden Pipe stepped in, Carnell, and his mom was my voice teacher.
Oh.
I have a very funny story about that too. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, you probably were supposed to say that to me and get a win, but guess what? Your mom was my voice teacher.
That's funny. So Deborah Fleischer was his choir teacher.
Okay.
And she is the reason why I play piano.
Her choir teacher is your mom's friend.
Yeah. So yeah. Thanks, Mrs. Fleischer. I mean, the reason why I went to LVA, the reason why I play piano, like the reason I love singing to this day, like so it's funny. He was my substitute teacher when she gave birth.
You were her sub.
Golden Pipes.
Oh my gosh.
So
yes.
It's small world.
Small town.
We are very, it is. We are so very cohesive, and it's great because I produce the show, and then sometimes like we'll do a number and I'll be like, you're wearing short shorts and fishnets tonight. And he'll be like,
yes.
Okay.
So wait, does that mean you gave Colin the assless kill?
Yeah. No, he
I
wasn't
didn't
there
give
that
him.
night. He wasn't there that night.
Oh, okay.
That was Katz's
Katz's thing. That's what I was
yeah.
saying.
And Martinez was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't able to make it. I was working that night. But no, the space is like my home away from home. But Monday's Dark, Mark has allowed it to be my baby. I mean, it's his baby.
Okay, I have to know what your reaction was when Cheyenne came out.
Oh, I knew that was happening.
Well, I knew that she told me that everybody was hiding her all night.
Yeah, we were hiding her.
That was so good.
I love everything that she does, and that was in the works for a long time.
Okay.
Was it your idea?
No, she's been doing it. She's been doing it.
Like she impersonates everyone.
Yeah,
but
she does.
But we had a different theme originally, and she was going to sing on it. And then when we changed it to the theme that it was, like Mark's favorite songs, she just offered to show up and impersonate him, and it was the best thing ever.
I'm glad she did.
I'm glad she did. So great because she showed up at like Tropicana later, and she's like, "It's for the kids."
She was like,
"It's for the kids."
And he was just like, I'm pretty sure after that he was like, I mean, I get it.
He-
but also
like,
it's very important.
He kept saying, "He's like, she got me. She got me." I'm like,
That's so funny.
oh my god,
He was confused. He
That's
did
funny.
not know. He knew nothing, and I think he was a little bit terrified because he knew we were going to do some stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it was just a staff video, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
she stuffed her pants.
She had a lunge.
No,
Crotch cam.
dude,
She had to do
yeah.
lunges.
So
Right.
I asked her if she was gonna do lunges. And she had done lunges, and she was like, "Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, did you say it's for the
100%.
kids? Like, it's for the kids."
Yeah,
It's for the kids.
I'm sure she did.
And oh my god, so like, anyway,
was like,
she just
"Say Marie." Like she
Yeah.
just like threw out things that he says. It was so good. Like she's a national treasure.
That's funny.
She's so good.
Yeah. What does like producing a Monday's Dark kind of like look at? Like where do you guys start, and like is there a base that you go off of, or like a trend that you try to follow, and then
So, oh gosh, it's a lot. So every year after the anniversary, we try to take a couple of weeks off, and then we have a meeting to talk about themes. And it's subject to change, but we try to set the themes for at least half of the year.
Okay.
If not the whole year.
yeah.
I mean,
Because I remember Mark telling me that they chose Taylor Swift night like way before the Eras tour.
Yeah, we did.
what
did,
great
and
planning.
I'm pretty sure that was my...
You're like, we need to do this.
Well, and it's so funny. So this one, my grandmother had passed away.
Oh.
So our meeting was a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the airline Wi-Fi wouldn't let me log on. It was
That's
blocked.
the most annoying.
So I got to say what I thought, but often I have a little bit more of a say in what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, but this year has been great so far. And we changed the whole format. It's completely different format now, which I think has been working.
Doesn't go 3 hours anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Mark would say it's a tight 90 minutes. I'd say it's like 100 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
I could do that. I can do that.
Yeah. Like we're definitely done by 10.
Like
Okay.
Taylor night I thought was over. And so like me and Diane were like, okay, we're gonna go to the restroom and then
Yeah,
say
and then,
bye
like,
and leave. And then it was not over.
No, it was not over.
And are you guys doing the YouTube thing now, or is that a rumor that I'm hearing?
No, so it's a talk show format.
Okay.
We've had
Okay.
some interest from different places.
Oh.
Yes.
I like the little
Not
like the
at
road
liberty.
case conversations.
I know,
Yeah.
it's so fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
I
Yeah.
love like Perez Hilton when he was on there. I was like, is nobody gonna mention he's got the Speak Now cardigan on? Like he's literally wearing a Taylor cardigan and nobody's gonna say anything about it? Like I was like I saw the pictures and I was like screaming from the trees. I was like, oh my god, he's literally wearing the Speak Now cardigan and he like his whole outfit is like,
I was letting him say it, but he didn't.
but it was on his okay.
I get a chance to ask like one or two questions.
Oh.
So, but yeah, that's great. Like we're doing like 6 songs, an interview, and a variety act.
Oh, okay.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
a nice mashup, and I
It's
think it also
kind of
brings more entertainers, like giving more entertainers publicity and stuff.
Yeah.
It does, and it's unfortunate because so many people want to do stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we only have 6 slots, and usually they're pretty booked, and excellence and like people working is kind of like what we're
So
going
do
for.
people like
We're
come to you? Do you
promoting.
choose like do you just go through and be like, hey, do you want to do one? Like is it like a choice? Like do you guys like you know what? I want this person for Monday's Dark, or do they come to you?
I think ultimately I choose people.
Yeah.
But often people come to me.
Well, I feel like sometimes you're like, I didn't realize you wanted to do it. Okay, yeah, I'll help you do it. Or like, oh, okay, maybe next year. Oh, I have this planned out for next year. You can do that. Just a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I try to stick to people that are working musicians. A lot of people will
Mhm.
come to me that like just want the publicity
Oh.
or maybe they're not doing anything but
Yeah.
I'm very receptive to new talent in town.
Mhm.
We want you to have something to promote. Like when this
Yeah.
first started, this was shows.
Yeah.
Shows. Now we don't have a lot of shows.
Yeah.
So now it's like working entertainers.
Yeah.
But it's never bad. It's
Yeah,
never
no.
bad. Like we've had some like weird stuff happen, but yeah, it's we've had some weird stuff happen. But it's I'm just really blessed by the talent that we have in this town.
Yeah. And it's so much fun. I haven't been to a Monday's Dark because I had a
You're a
baby.
mom.
Yeah, I had a baby.
Right.
I had a baby. He's 2 now, so I can actually go to him. But I don't know. I love the venue. It's just nice and cozy.
We went
kinda
for like
hidden.
wine. We went for like a wine Wednesday when it was like
mac and cheese
It was the
show.
mac
We
and
used to do
cheese
that.
show. We went for that. Yeah.
And so, but yeah, I love the venue and I love kind of that area. I don't know. It's just nice.
It is.
It's kind of hidden away.
Yeah.
And
It
The
is.
decorate, like how it's decorated is really nice too. I love it.
I love the new selfie thing over by the
It's so good by the polar bear.
yeah.
It's great.
That
I have
helps
a
so
few of
much
those.
because you
It
have to like when you're
does.
trying to like wrangle somebody to take your photo, you
I
don't have to
know.
do that anymore.
Yeah.
I know. That's Smash Booth. Shout out to Smash Booth.
So cool.
Like they're great.
Were there like any shows in town that like you like wanted to audition for but like didn't get a chance to, or like was there something, or is there a show that you like just really wanted to do and just like didn't get to do it? wanted to be part
I
of?
hate auditioning.
Oh.
So I will kind of come up with any excuse to not audition,
Same.
which is great. I mean, my friends that are here from like New York and LA, like they're used to auditioning for everything.
Yeah.
We don't have as many auditions here.
No,
So
we don't.
it's kind of a different vibe. I prefer to audition for more like commercial TV stuff,
Mhm.
but I still will be like, oh, I don't have any headshots printed, so I don't have time. But I think the one show I would have maybe loved to do was Baz.
Oh, I saw.
No, I don't
I
know
wanted
that
to see that one. That one was at Venetian, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many of
I
my
think I
friends
remember seeing,
did
like, an
it.
ad for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Monday's dark. Who's coming up? Who's your favorite? Like, is there anybody that you're like, ooh, this is going to be so much fun?
I don't think I can say who's coming up until because
Oh,
like
that's
we
right. You
we
announced
don't
it.
announce the lineup until like the Monday or Tuesday before.
Okay.
But we definitely have some favorites and some new people coming up.
Ooh, new
Yeah.
people.
So this town is great. Like obviously you saw Ann Martinez and Stephanie Calvert, the last one. I think Chris Phillips, Travis Comier was.
Dude, that was so cool. I was like, man, that Bat Out of Hell reunion at Katz's thing was like everything I
That was
like
pretty cool.
lived for. I was like, this is, and like I was there the whole time. I wanted, like, listen, I wanted to go party, but you know, for obvious reasons, I
right.
stayed.
Yeah,
But
it was
it
a
was
long one.
it was very long.
Yeah, it was. Sorry.
But then like Travis Clover sang, and I was like, okay, cool, this is all right, yeah. And then like and Travis Comier sang, and I was like, oh, this is a Bat Out of Hell reunion. Holy crap! Like,
so good.
Because Bat Out of Hell was such a cool show, and it's like to this day, like one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
Yeah.
So such a great cast, and they're all very good friends of Monday's Dark, and they're ones that will like reach out and want to do the show, which is great. I love that.
Yeah. What advice would you give to like a newbie entertainer?
I would say go to every place that has a sit-in. Don't necessarily ask to sit in. Especially don't ask to sit in at shows that aren't a sit-in, especially. Right. But definitely try to meet the people that do those cabaret style shows like Kenny Davidson, Kelly Clinton Holmes, Stephanie Calvert and Chris Marion, like those shows that have a sit-in potential, because if you're new to this town and you don't know people, that's where you're going to have people say, oh my gosh, they're great. But like, don't go to Ashley Fuller's show and ask to sit in, or Rita Lim's show and ask to sit in, or like other bands and ask to sit in. Like, if you're invited, that's great, but don't expect it. But otherwise, I would just say, like, hit the town running, find out where,
get to know everybody,
go to
support
Silver Sevens, go to those places that they're looking for new talent, and definitely hit me up because I'm looking for people.
I mean, is it like, I feel like also, like, let's say you can't fill the spot, but you're like, you know what, I have this really good person in mind. Let me make sure, like, you know,
I do that a lot.
I mean, that's the main reason why you just got to get to know everybody. Like, go to the shows, learn the dynamic of the shows too, because if you're already fun, I feel like people are more willing to work with you too.
I mean, if you like support you just have to like support everybody. Like, it's so funny because I took like 8 months off. Like, I went in hiding after, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna, like, I got my Eras tour ticket, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna work and not go anywhere and save money. Like, that's all I'm gonna do. Well, then, like, so like, what, 6 weeks ago, I think, like, Brandon and I started dating, and like, he goes to like everything. So now I'm like back, like, out and about. And I mean, all the things that I used to do anyway. So, but like, so now, like, I'm going to like other things that I've never gone to before. I've never been to Tuscany, but I got off work in time and I went like after. So, and so things like that, like, it's so important to like hustle like that and just get in and like do those things, and always, like, if somebody asks you to do something, sometimes, like, most of the time, just say yes. Like, yep, I'll do it, whatever. Like,
and you'll figure it out. I do have to say, because hustling is great, but undercutting people that are already there is never good.
No.
And that's happened a lot. Our community is very tight. Don't try to get a gig by offering less money than somebody who's had it for a while. Like
Yeah,
that
that's
does
fucked
not
up.
look good.
Yeah.
Word
You
gets
might
around and
get
we all
It
tell each
does.
other about it.
It
And then
gets
you
around.
that'll probably be your only gig. Enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, especially if it's someone if they're getting paid well enough too, it's like that means, people like them, they're doing their job well.
Absolutely.
Like, and it just kills the
there are
vibe.
a few
Like,
people that work by doing that, and that's not great.
Yeah.
But the community, we know it.
Yeah.
We know it.
yeah,
Word gets around.
exactly.
Word
How
gets
much
around.
has it changed after COVID?
It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot more entertainment, a lot more venues, and a lot more places were open later. I think a lot of places
Yeah.
close earlier.
So you have like I said, Indigo Lounge, like that's
Mhm.
where a lot of gigs were happening, and that's done. Cleopatra's Barge is gone.
It's gone.
I think the piano bar at one of the piano bars is gone too.
Yeah,
There's
there are
another-
a few I think that have closed. Like there's so many places that have tried to reinvent themselves into something else. I think right now the hot thing is like solo artists with an iPad at a restaurant.
I know what you're talking about.
And that's
Like
I've done them. It's money.
Like
It's not my favorite.
like favorite bistro over right next to Kimmel's.
Oh, so,
yeah,
so
I've seen a few
you
people
just
over there.
plug in an iPad to like it's like fancy karaoke.
I used to go watch
It's-
Gloria over there.
It's fancy karaoke.
Okay.
And I like a lot of my very good friends and myself have done it and do it. It's a paycheck, as
Yes.
a lot of gigs
Yeah.
are. But I feel like you could just do karaoke there and get the same thing.
So I have
Probably
seen.
more
Okay, so
involvement.
I used to go watch Gloria.
Glow's great. I love that.
I would
I
go
love
see like Sandy sometimes.
Mhm.
And she would stop in and see me at Kimmel's.
Yeah.
So I'd like walk by her. I saw Nieve over there once or twice.
Yep.
But then like I have been noticing like people I don't recognize over at Favorite Bistro just playing guitar and like by themselves and have like their iPad, and I'm like, who are you?
Well, I mean, that's a good way to get in too.
I guess. Yeah.
That's the agent, and I know the agent that I know the agents that book places. I think it seems a little bit more legit, and it is, to have somebody with an instrument.
I agree.
I prefer to do at least a duo. It's not my like I'll do it, but it's not my favorite to sing to karaoke tracks.
Yeah.
It's just budget wise. If they
Yeah.
only have a certain budget and paying one person
Is
a decent rate makes sense, then
Well, yeah.
that's great.
I just I just don't recognize. Like I'm
Yeah.
like who are
What's
you?
going
I've
on
never seen
there?
you before. Like
Yeah.
who are you? You know. But
I mean, in the touristy areas, it doesn't matter who you are. It really
No.
doesn't. Like you could just be a human playing and doing well, and that's all they care about.
It's true. I mean, that's what we always talk about, like original music, and because
Mhm.
there's like a debate in town.
oh, there
about
was a whole thing on
cover
the
art.
Vegas musicians page.
Yeah, it was like cover bands are like destroying
You added
the
me to that
music
page.
scene.
So I got to watch all the drama.
And so like it's just kind of, because to me it's kind of silly, because it's like, the cover bands aren't really ruining it, but like I feel like the karaoke
People-
would.
People are coming in to watch us, like all the cover bands sing Journey. Like that's
To
it.
be
Yeah.
fair, like I was in an original band when I was a teenager. That's how I started cover music. I was recording an album, and the producer that was recording it was like, "Have you ever thought about doing cover music?" And I was like, "I don't know what cover music is, but it sounds great." So, like, cover music isn't ruining original music. Cover music is how you can get paid
To like
Yeah.
make your album.
to fund your. I mean, like, 5 of us in an original band would get paid $500, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you're not making anything. Plus, you're like paying for other stuff, and or like covers is how you make music.
Yeah. And
Like
I think
how you make money.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like the hustle that people just don't get, because I think people go to California and they just get to hustle their own music, but it's like, no, it's okay, because you're going to meet producers this way. You're going to meet people in the industry. You're going to figure it out. It's going to be fine. And like you said, it pays for music, and now you actually have music out and they don't. So
It It does, but also, I mean, I don't know how far our lives have changed so much. Like nobody's getting a record deal anymore, right?
No,
It's
I don't
all
even
like,
think you want one.
But you know
It's
what's
all
crazy?
Spotify and-
Yeah, you can.
you can produce your own album.
Put it on TikTok,
Yeah.
and it blows up.
Go and sing some Britney Spears. You can pay for sing some Taylor. Like you can pay for your original album.
Yeah.
Put it on streaming.
Yeah.
And don't be a hater.
So where can we find these original Paige tracks?
Oh,
Ooh.
gosh. I'll have to send this to you.
Okay, because we need them.
I think they are on
Yeah.
Spotify, but that's a long time ago.
Listen, I would die. How did you so when you were trying to do your own music, what was that? What were you going for? What were
Well,
we
I
feeling?
was in a rock rap band. I started out as a rapper.
Stop it, Paige.
It's true. It's
Now
true.
I really need this music.
what did you
It's
have a rap
100%
name?
true. My name was MC Sugar.
That makes sense here. That makes so much sense now.
That's so funny.
Sugar. Yeah. And I did that for a long time. And that's how I became a rapper. And Kenny, Kenny Davidson, maybe a month or two ago was like, did you ever think you'd be rapping so much in your professional career? And I was like, I started out as a rapper. So yeah, it's not that weird.
That's funny.
It's not that weird.
I think it's funny. I can't. Okay, now I need to really listen to these music. I need to sing the songs. I'm gonna.
We've seen Paige rap a couple of times,
yeah, but I want to hear what Paige is rapping about.
There's a song called Man Eater by the Kickworms. That's the most important one that you need to look up. Man Eater
by the Kickworms.
Man
I'm writing this down.
So good.
That's our in memoriam music for all the places that closed.
Actually, no. Listen, I'm looking that up. Don't you worry. It might.
There's
No copyrights, but oh man,
It might show up somewhere.
Well, I mean, listen, I think you're so versatile. Like you're so all over the place with your music that's why I'm like, rap. That's where we started from. All right.
That's where I started. That's where my professional career started. I have.
So, do you have a favorite genre you like to sing now that you've done so much?
I love singer-songwriter stuff.
I get that.
I like early 2000s indie music is kind of my favorite, but there's not a place for it. Like it's not popular.
No,
so
and it's kind of like a mood killer.
I do it only at Kenny Davidson's once in a while, but no, that's kind of my favorite. Yeah,
That thing goes late too.
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
One time I made it because they went to 1:30, and that's why I was able to get there on time.
Yeah,
Because I was like, I'm just gonna go home. Oh no, they're going late. I'm like, all right, I guess
might
I'll
have
see you
been
there.
I'll run after my show at Alexis Park, and I'll get there around 11:30. But Kenny knows when he sees me,
Okay, so you're irony. At the Alexis
I
Park.
it is irony. I can't imagine you working there, but I wish you still did.
I was there.
Same.
I wish you did.
I was there for a year.
Now that I've seen,
I was
it.
lead bartender too. Yeah.
I bet you were.
I bet they still regret it too.
I
You
know.
were.
Yeah.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there Thursdays and Fridays.
Ooh, for what show?
It's called Flashback.
Ooh.
Tina Turner and Friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun. And what time is that show?
9 p.m. Yep.
And then
Callie's writing down all the 9 p.m. shows
I
because now she
know.
can go to Late Night Magic. Because it's at 9 now.
what else do you I guess it's what else do you want to promote? What does your week look like? If we were like, hey, we want to go see Paige, what does a Paige week look like? That sounds like a long question.
It's a little bit variable. Every other Monday, obviously Monday's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Every Thursday, Friday is Flashback
Mm-hmm.
at Alexis Park. Every Saturday is 90 Station at Fremont. But it's variable. Like those Sundays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, they fill in as well.
Yeah. Well, because you fill in for everyone. I know the last time I was at Carnival Court, you were filling in for the Whippets, but you were leaving.
That's a lot.
You were leaving right as I was walking in. I was like, oh, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm Robin's sub over there, so I'm there a lot. That's
One
Maybe
time
my
I saw, I
favorite
walked,
gig.
I was,
really?
there was a couple years ago that I like left, I like was leaving the lake pool, and I
Mhm.
walked by Carnival because I parked at Harris, and I was like, oh, there's Paige, and I just ran right in.
Oh,
and
yeah,
was like,
you
hi,
ran
Paige, and then I
out.
turned right back around because I was not hanging out.
Right. Yeah, no, I love doing that gig. That one's really fun because it's all requests.
Yeah.
Um,
It's also silly. Like you can
It's
kind of be silly
very
and mess
silly.
up, and you know.
it's very silly, and it's one of those like you do your job and you leave. Like
Yeah.
there's no, you don't. Yeah,
You could just
Yeah.
hide behind on your break.
absolutely. I mean, I go out and talk to people, but
Yeah.
yeah, but it's really fun because it's it's just shenanigans.
It's like this. I mean, it's the same old thing. Just drinks are more expensive, but it's
It
the same
is.
old party.
It is, and what happens is once they start requesting things like Motley Crue, like they don't care about me singing, and so I'm just like, I'm gonna step touch, and I'm gonna whip people.
You know what's funny
End of the
is
night.
like even after like everything, I still. Here's the thing: is I do still send people when I'm working. If I work day shift at Kimmel's,
it's
like, what should we
fun.
do? And I'm like, well, there's a band at Carnival Court
Like it's
Yeah.
just a ridiculous fun time.
because I make money.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
those same people will go to Carnival Court.
And then like,
They'll hang out for a little while,
Mhm.
have a great time, come back, and they're like, Jessica, here's $100. And you're like, that was the greatest time. And I'm like, thanks. So I mean, I have like selfish reasons.
yeah.
But also, it's like it's kind of like a random place to have so much talent because everyone that plays there, I feel like, is very talented.
I send everybody with birthdays there.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like
'cause, I mean, I'll whip them.
exactly.
Well, that, but like they also do that thing for the bar where they like let you pour your shot.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I got to do that for my birthday like 2 years ago, and I was like, you guys,
Like this is perfect.
this is what I do.
I do this every day. Thanks
But
for making me
absolutely
like
I will.
work.
But
Yeah, it's fun, but I'm like,
do this. Give
Well-
me the blowjob shot.
And I feel like I'm a little biased, but I feel like the day shift is way more fun. Like it's
Well,
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. Well, now that Flippy went to night shift now, so I'm kind of like I don't know,
But
but
a lot of the bands are like song, 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 song. Like the
Mhm.
Whippets is more of an experience.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say a lot of cover bands, well, before COVID, like they would blend a lot of the songs together, like right before the bridge.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like
I used to like that. I like that one. When Roxy Gunn does it, though, I like it.
like
Crown
when
Avenue
it's
does
your
too.
whole set, I'm kind of like, oh, like it's a good energy boost, but I don't know. I kind
It
of like
is.
finishing a song and like, hey, guy,
Yeah.
communication, you know,
When
something.
Like it's
doing,
not
like,
on a track.
Yeah,
When you just know exactly, like certain bands, we would see play the same set list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
There are
over and over.
often, like there are a few bands that do the exact same set list. Yeah.
Does that get annoying for you, or are you just like, oh, they're on this, so
I
they're
mean,
almost
like
done?
the tourists don't know, but like
They
some of
don't.
some of
I
us that
know.
go to see them, like we're like,
And sometimes working in them and having to learn that stuff is a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
like 60 songs in a set, but you're doing
Ooh.
like this part of the song. And
That's what
this
I mean.
part
You
of the
don't
song.
finish, and then they finish a different song because the bridge is one different song. It's like almost like you need music written for you. at
It's
that point.
difficult. Yeah, it's difficult, but the tourists love it. And
Yeah.
that's why they're
it's just like a,
killing it out there.
it's like club music, but with
it
band.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
When
Wait,
you had in
somebody-
my song.
Sorry, is there a
you
boy
know,
band? Is there
right there.
another boy band night for Monday's Dark? Like we're not. No. Wait. No.
I can't say.
Oh.
But you know TRL?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
We're gonna go to.
You know what I think is gonna be really so it's gonna be
Allegedly. We have to.
There's gonna be no, it's gonna be
Allegedly.
so funny because it's gonna be like the top 6 songs from like a certain year. So like
Yeah.
the final song is gonna be like NSYNC's "Drive Myself Crazy," but like the second to last song is gonna be Korn's "Freak on a Leash" because they battled for so long. Like that is the most memorable TRL battle ever. Like
I probably won't have that be the thing. So we'll see. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll discuss it
'Cause we only
later.
have 6 songs.
okay,
So
that'd be really
Well,
funny.
listen.
about it.
I'm excited. I'm
There's so much
allegedly
going on.
Excited for
Allegedly
that
excited.
Yeah.
I am sure I will take the day off for that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
one.
should probably tell you ahead of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I mean, especially if
I'm sure Joy will
little
come to me.
virtual.
Joy came to me like a month or two before the anniversary show, and she was like, "Jessica, you need to take December 11th off." And I was like,
why?
"Why?" She goes, just do it. And I was like, okay.
Just safe. It's just safe.
Just do it. Like,
She doesn't know the themes and the dates. I mean, she might. She's probably getting some information.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
just wanted to give this time for you, our first MVP.
Yes!
You guys, I won.
They like me. They really like me. We do.
It's all cute. It like stands up and like, yeah.
Nice.
so
Perfect for the
much.
shelf.
Yes.
But yes.
To go with your Person of the Year award.
Yes.
Because we were like, oh, but she just got this. Like, do we like? We were like really going back and forth about it. I'm like, but how can we not?
Yeah.
Paige is in everything. Like,
No, you have to.
Yeah. But yes, thank you for all your love and support through all the years.
Yes.
I love
You
you guys. I know so many
Thank you.
entertainers do, and
So,
we're so grateful for all the support that you guys give. And
Yeah.
anytime you want to come to anything, just let me know.
We will.
We
If not,
will.
I'll be like, "Are you coming?
I'll get a text. Are you coming?
Are you on your way?"
Yeah.
But yeah, so,
So-
we'll definitely allegedly go to that allegedly Monday night. Monday's dark. So
We'll see what date it is. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We'll see if we even do that theme. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
just in case. Just
We
in
had to
case.
learn to say that during like Britney's,
Yeah.
Allegedly.
because her dad was like suing her fans, so we had to start saying allegedly.
You're like, allegedly, he's a giant asshole.
Like,
Exactly.
Allegedly.
that's why that's why in the beginning of the episode, Callie goes allegedly. Like,
Allegedly.
dude,
Feel like it's a reminder.
Yes.
allegedly. So,
Perfect.
all right, thank you so much, Paige.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.